Hi lovelies, thank you so much for being with me today. We are doing the Twin Flame Tarot today, formerly known as Tuesday Twin Flame Tarot. I hope you're all doing really well. We are going to be looking at the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energies today, and I just wanted to say a quick shout out to everybody who's been supportive to the channel. Thank you so much. A big shout out to those who are new too to the channel. Welcome guys. Now, for those who don't know, I have been moving myself over to a new channel for my crime readings. You know that I do crime readings, true crime, missing persons, cases, tarot readings, spirit sessions, case analysis, that kind of stuff. I'm just really quickly mentioning it in every video because it is a new channel and most of you are not even aware that I've got it over there. So I won't be uploading crime stuff on this channel anymore. This channel will specifically be for love readings, angel readings, pick a card readings, healing videos, that kind of thing. This is our divine community, our divine family here. Over there on the new crime channel, hopefully we'll be able to form some kind of energy that is specifically for that, okay? So I love it that a lot of you have already come over, and there's also new people subscribing have found me on YouTube, so it's really awesome. It's only very small numbers at the moment because I think not many of you know about it. So I'm going to put the link in the description box below. You know, I've covered things like Carly Goose, Abby and Libby from Delphi, Jelani Day. There's been the Skeleton Brothers, there's been all sorts of things, Theo Hayes as well, and many others, and there'll be lots more as well. I'm about to do the Keegan Klein transcript and voice analysis. Okay, that's going to be up there soon. So hopefully you'll be a part of it, but if not, that's okay. I'm happy you're here. So let's get started. We're going to look at the Divine Masculine with the Lightseers Tarot and the Divine Journey Tarot that I created for the feminine, okay? So let's get started, all right, with the masculine's energy. Thank you, Spirit. What energy, and as you know, I do tune into different groups within the collective because not everybody is on the same path. So let's see. What is your Divine Masculine's current energy regarding you? Okay, what current energy is your Divine Masculine sitting in, Divine Feminine, regarding you right now? Sidetracked, delays, distractions, and change. I'm feeling a bit lightheaded, I've just realised. I'm not sure, I'm not 100% well today, but I'm thinking, am I tuning into his energy? I don't know, it's interesting that I'm feeling it right now. Yes, look at that, a betrayal, a quick ending, 10 of Swords here, and also 9 of Pentacles. So some of you have had like pain, okay? It's been a quick cut off. There's been this need for him to be on another path. Maybe you are in separation right now and he's just really working hard on himself, his material world, his finances, recovering, recuperating, that kind of thing from the busyness of his life. Yeah, for a lot of you it does feel like you are in separation, and I mean you could still be talking, but it seems like this was painful that he had to go on in another direction. He's had to put his focus on other things, whether it be his career, his family life, traveling, moving away, or family who might be ill. There's different things there's something taking his attention right away from this connection right now. Okay, so the Divine Feminine, what is she currently sitting in, the energy she's in regarding her masculine right now, please? What's the Divine Feminine currently sitting in? So infatuation, adoration, addiction, compulsion. So she's still very much in that energy, thinking about him, yearning for him, missing him. Yeah, thinking about their intimate times together perhaps. Oh, there's too many. Hang on, there's way too many. They all come out in a crazy way. Okay, what is the Divine Feminine's current energy? Well, there they are. Oh, Lord, that came out before. Yeah, with all those cards. So she's feeling very, almost like blindsided, okay? Because this is the sneaky behavior and secrets. It's someone who escapes, and I feel like him, you know, is showing distractions in another path. And this is a betrayal card too. So it could have been that she is hiding away and keeping hidden, you know, and keeping a low profile right now as well. But I really do feel, the feeling I'm getting from this is that she felt blindsided by him, that he might have been the one that quickly ended it and just took off. So she's in her Empress. Sorry about that, I just had a phone call come through. And I've got to keep my phone on because there are important phone calls coming through. So hopefully we won't be interrupted again. But that's quite interesting what I was saying about the divine feminine here. Like, she's trying to sit in her own power right now. She's trying to focus on herself, but she is, even though there's pain here and there's this feeling of him going MIA and disappearing, you know, because that's the most strongest feeling I get rather than she's doing it. But I do feel in some ways maybe she is hiding away. She hasn't been approaching this or pursuing it. But yes, there's definitely a feeling of sadness, but also missing him and yearning for him and craving that physical, you know, touch and him being by her side. So what is the divine masculine feeling for the divine feminine? What is he actually really feeling? Holy crap, hang on a minute. This happens all the damn time. Okay, I think I'm going to have to get another bigger table at some stage because they keep going all under the table, under the floor. Let's see, what is the divine masculine feeling? Okay, so he's feeling despair. He's feeling like he's falling apart, feels hopeless at the moment. Maybe he didn't want to be the one to actually have to, you know, maybe he doesn't want the separation. Maybe deep down he's feeling that he misses her. He doesn't really want this. He's feeling like his life is falling apart at the moment. What's going on with that? What's he feeling towards the divine feminine? So the wheel is that positive change in direction. He feels like they are destined to be together. He feels that he was, you know, lucky to have her in his life. So for some reason, could have been, you know, for some of you, he may not necessarily have, for the divine feminines, gone out of his way to hurt her. Might not have been a really nasty ending. But something has taken him away, whether it be another relationship, maybe long distance, you know, if they live far away from each other. It's making him feel sad. It's making him feel really sad. Yeah, look at that, the world. He sees that she is his world. He feels on top of the world when he's with the divine feminine. And there's two feminines in these cards here, see? Two feminine energies. One is on top of the wheel. And they're both smiling and happy with their arms wide open. Look at that. I love that, like surrender. So it's not like, that's how he sees her. Okay, that's how he sees her, and that he would risk his, you know, it's worth the risk in love. It's worth the risk of getting heartbroken. You know, that's how he feels with her, is that he wants to be able to jump into this with her and embrace her completely. And he really does feel like maybe she's chasing her dreams at the moment, and he doesn't want to come in and rock that world, you know, rock her world in that way either. And that's a funny thing, because I think that in some ways he feels that she's rocked his world in a positive way, and that he feels very fortunate to have had her in his life, to have gotten to know her, that she's even given him the time of day, you know, that she is there as a rock for him as well and to support him. But it feels like at this time maybe he's had to turn his back on this because he hasn't been where he wants to be. So the divine feminine, what are you feeling for the divine masculine? So the divine feminine is fantasizing, I'm telling you. She might be literally at night lying in bed or even just daydreaming about him. She is thinking about him. She's thinking about maybe not just intimacy, but just anything, like anything to do with, in her mind when she sees him, it could be that she's thinking of his expressions, maybe the last thing he said to her, or beautiful things they've shared in the past, beautiful memories. Like that's where she's at right now with her mind, her heart. So, wow, hang on. Wow, look, King of Roses, the King of Cups, right? Divine masculine of emotional maturity, and that's what she's fantasizing, is that he will come back to her emotionally, like with emotional mastery, okay? So that he's come back, I should say, with wisdom on his journey, with not just, you know, the wisdom in the mental, but also the emotional wisdom. That's what she wants him to have. And some of them might have had a bit of a sneaky affair. Like if he is in another connection, he's trying to sort things out with that. You know, some divine feminines still are loving them from afar and having to keep it quiet. That's something else you could look at. This is the Scorpio energy here, Taurus, Libra. We've also got Capricorn, and we've got Sagittarius. Yeah, different things. So, look, the Fool, new journey, and 4, possessiveness. So she kind of wants him to herself, you know. It's almost like she wants to have this fresh start with him and kind of like never let him go. Like, if, you know, if he comes back to her, never let him go, never wants to let go, wants him all to herself. So that is also Aquarius energy there. We've got Capricorn. Yeah, that's right. In my cards that I created, you actually do have all of the astrology on them. And that one's Aquarius as well. Yeah, very interesting. So, yeah, that is interesting. So, in some ways, I think that she's fantasizing that he will come back and propose something to her, like propose a fresh beginning, a fresh start, and that he wants her all to himself as well. That, you know, at the moment she might feel like she's sharing him with other things or another person, or that he's not completely hers. All right, so let's have a look. What action will the divine masculine take towards the divine feminine this month? So, oh, look, vows, commitment, promises, fidelity. So he's wanting to come forward with commitment of some sort. And look, to nourish. Oh, look at this. I'm not joking. Look at this. Nourishment, intimacy. He wants to come back and be intimate and nurture this connection. Okay, that's what he wants to do. So maybe in his mind he's thinking, I'm sidetracked. I had to move away from this for now. I've got to deal with things in my life. I've got to get better. And he might be afraid that she's kind of moving on without him, that this is a cycle completed, but he wants to come back. It shows he is coming back to do this, to offer commitment, offer, you know, that maybe even take her away to a spa, like wants to go to a hot spring or something. It's kind of like that energy of wanting to be alone with her. Oh my God, look, the Lovers just came out. This is so special and beautiful, this energy. All 3 of these cards plus this one is amazing. Like, it says closeness, sexuality, seclusion, self-harmony, soul growth and comfort, commitment, promises, fidelity. So he wants to choose, or he is going to choose the divine feminine. That's a Gemini energy there too. So twins, it could be twin flame connection here. So what is the divine feminine's... What is the divine feminine's action towards the divine masculine this month? So we've got unspoken regrets, lost word, and disappointment and beauty. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. I'm telling you, these are gorgeous cards because the unspoken is the stuff that hasn't been said. She wants to come forward and tell him in a beautiful way. She wants to express herself beautifully to him because that's what the divine empress is. The divine feminine is beautiful inside and out. Wants to come through with sincerity. Wants to come through with balance in the connection. I think that's absolutely beautiful. Doesn't want to hold back anymore. Because that can be what the 4 of prosperity can be too, is that someone is holding back. She doesn't want to hold back anymore on what she wants to say. She wants to just be able to say exactly what she's feeling. Oh, look, she wants to move towards a calmer future with him. Put the battle swords down. Stop fighting the connection or stop fighting the challenges that are in the way. But, you know, machete away all those things, but also move into calmer waters together. Maybe travel together. Maybe she wants to travel towards him. This is another Aquarius energy, so interesting. So once again, it's saying the battle is over because before this is the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Insights, okay, which is all animosity and hostility, and it can be ghosting, and it can be just the thick energy between the 2 of you of things that are not cleared, like the air has not been cleared. It's uncomfortable. It's not nice sometimes. It can be nasty sometimes. But this is saying, let's forget the past. Let's just move towards each other. Let's start this life together. And that's what it looks like she's going to do. Yeah, she's going to come to a decision here. She's going to move away from conflict, from that mental indecision, and make a choice as to what she wants to say. You know, that too. So let's get some cards. Divine masculine's energy. Oh my God. Look at this, a message on its way and rebirth, coming back to life. He is going to message the divine feminine and tell her, that he wants to, like a new journey, like the new start. He wants to come back to this, wants to bring it back to life. Okay, so interesting. So the divine feminine, you are both gathering knowledge. So she knows in this space and time that they're both learning. You know, that's something there. And for the journey. Oh, wow. Look, have confidence in the connection, shine your light. They both have to shine their light, keep moving forward, and know that they're both enough. There's been a karmic lesson here as to their own self-worth, okay? And maybe there's been karmic relationships who have really been mirroring to them what they know they deserve, okay? So maybe the divine masculine's also saying goodbye to something, okay? Something's coming to an end of a cycle of a karmic relationship for him. That could be something there as well. And they both are letting each other know, like, you are enough. You are enough for me. So let's have a look then at what does the divine masculine want to say. From his shadow self, he says, I wasn't being honest with you or with myself. And the divine feminine says, I'm hiding behind a mask. So she's hiding. I said that before, didn't I? Like it's almost like she's hiding away. She's not coming forward. It could be out of pain, but she's just doing her own thing. She might be feeling pain, but still have understanding as to the issue. What's his higher self? I feel secure that not everything is about me or a reflection of who I am. He might have been taking things personally initially. He wasn't being honest with you. So he's realizing now that not everything is about, it's not about him. Like, it's not that all the issues are on him. He realizes that he's got work to do, but that it takes two to tango kind of thing as well. And the divine feminine's higher self wants to say, I am breaking free from negative attachments. That's beautiful. So let's get a message from the divine masculine. He says, I miss our chats. Yeah, he wants to message her. And I think about speaking my truth. It's on his mind. And look, he's thinking about coming forward and telling you that he loves you. And I'm so sorry that I did that to you. And on the bottom of the deck, can't you see what you mean to me? Oh, so special. So the divine feminine says, I want to spend time with you in the real world. So she's hanging back, waiting, doesn't want to be waiting anymore, wants to not hide anymore, wants this to come together with a beautiful fresh start where you're both embraced and like into a reconciliation where to hell what other people think, let's do it. And I miss talking to you about the little things. It's those things that mean so much. Yeah, even the little things. And I am learning to let go. And you are my greatest weakness. So she's learning to let go of the issues, perhaps, or the fears. I want you so bad, I crave you, and I would rather be single forever than in the wrong relationship. I touch myself and imagine that it's you touching me. So yeah, there's definitely that fantasy, intimacy we can see there as well, that she's really very much in her mind and feeling his energy, the chemistry energetically. So the divine masculine. Oh my God, look at that with the vows. Oh my God, commitment. So your relationship might be changing to a new level. This card is not about marriage, but unions of all kinds. Commitment, engagement, marriage, something that is binding or as simple as a promise. Vows are much more than a ceremony, a handshake. You're given honor of your word as an intention, a vow to do something. This card is about a new level of change in all the many forms that a commitment falls under. Wow-wees. So it's not like he's going to come in and suddenly propose marriage, although some of them could do. But it is definitely a commitment to the divine feminine, to this relationship, to communicating, there's a commitment being made there. So the divine feminine, what is she doing? Personal space. Sometimes we need to pull back, retreat and disconnect from the world, get in touch with your inner self thoughts and use the art of doing nothing to do something. So that's what she's doing. She's hiding away in her own space, probably just enjoying her own space, trying, learning about herself and understanding the connection and things like that. So what about the journey? Did I do one for the journey? for the two of them together. So we've got here home. You feel like home to someone, cozy, warm and close. They feel you as someone they can see themselves with in everyday fashion. So you both feel at home to each other. And we've also got guarded. So someone could be guarded. So walls of defense is the meaning of this card. They may be dealing with something personal that leaves them guarded, cautious and feeling the need to retract and keep themselves safe. We all feel this way at some time in our lives, be it from old fears or past hurts that have impacted us in the present. So it could be also that you both are protective of each other, like you are each other's home. You don't want anyone else hurting or being a threat to you, okay? So it's also that feeling that even though you are apart, you know, in times apart, feeling like one of you or both of you are vulnerable, you are protective of your divine counterpart as well. But you could also be, you know, guarded a little bit from each other as well because of the issues. So how does the divine masculine view you? Okay, how does the divine masculine view you, divine feminine? How does he view you? How does he perceive you to be right now? Oh, wow. Honor and shine. How beautiful. He feels honored to be in your life, to be a part of your presence, to see you shine, to have your light shine upon him. So care for your soul, honor the divinity within you by practicing extreme self-care. So I just feel like that message I first said is so onto it. And shine, he sees the feminine, look at her in her light. Step into the light. You are a gift to the world. So he sees that she is a gift to the world. So beautiful. So how does the divine feminine view him? View the divine masculine. Wow, that came out flying out. Choice. Oh, she chooses him. She sees him as her perfect choice. Okay, so for every action, there is a reaction. Choose wisely. Here, she's definitely got no options. She sees him as it. He is her only option, her only choice. That's it. Nothing else. All right, so let's get this card. Divine masculine. Sacral chakra, write down your deepest feelings. So he might be trying to text something or just thinking about it. He might be trying to pen down something around his feelings for the divine feminine. He could even be trying to rehearse what he wants to say when he comes back into this. The divine feminine. Look, courage. Oh my gosh. Courage for the divine feminine. Oh, that's so beautiful. So she might be trying to gain courage right now with something. Maybe just embracing her own beautiful self, you know. So, okay, let's get this for the divine masculine. So, yes, he's at a distance from her, maybe emotionally, maybe physically, is very much feeling it. And the divine feminine, especially if you haven't spoken for a little while, that went back in. And the divine feminine, wow, that's quite a few there. The divine feminine is learning forgiveness. Her flame is burning strongly for him. And, oh, look, sad divine masculine. And he is her home. Look, the dream home. So she definitely feels that she feels lost without him. She feels like empty without him in some way. And I know that sounds wrong because, you know, she's whole in herself and I don't mean it that way. I feel like in some ways, maybe in her house, like physically in her house, it feels empty. She needs him there with her. So that's kind of like that feeling there, I feel. Because her flame is burning for him. She wants to know that, you know, him to know that she's ready to put those battle swords down. She wants to move forward with him and work with him on this no matter what. Forgiveness is coming through for whatever reason. Maybe for herself, maybe for him, whatever it is for the journey. But she wants him to know that he is her home. She wants to have a home with him. So let's get this beautiful card here from Tammie at Bloom and Arrow Oracle. So the higher self message from the divine masculine says, oh, look, new beginnings. I'm ready to start again. I've realized what I was missing in my life, and that is you. This new love has given me a fresh perspective and changed who I am. There is no going back, only forward. So amazing. So the 16 in the tarot is the Tower. So maybe things had to crumble and the old had to fall away. You know, the old cycle had to be done with so that a new beginning can enter now. And the divine feminine says to her divine masculine, Oh, look. This is almost like that possessive energy, but in a beautiful way. You are mine. We were meant for each other. There is no one else in the world who could ever replace you. We were made to be together. Repeat this affirmation. I am yours and you are mine, and so it is. And that's so gorgeous. So it's so funny because a 15 in the tarot is the devil, and the devil is the shadow side of things. So it's so funny when I saw this as like maybe a shadow of I want you all to myself. But this is absolutely gorgeous. We were meant for each other. It's like that Jules song, you know, you were meant for me and I was meant for you. Yeah, beautiful. So let's get another card here from your Divine Masculine. So twin flames, your passion ignites. So he may actually know that you are twin flames, but if he doesn't know the label, he definitely knows the feeling. He knows that you are his, that you are each other's half, okay, the other half. And he says here, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So he wants the Divine Feminine to really enjoy her life even if he's not in it right now. He wants her to keep shining her light and thriving. And the Divine Feminine says, power. You instinctively know what is right for you and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So there might be something he's entangled with right now. It could be a karmic relationship. Could be something that's coming to an end. Even energetically, if he's not physically in a connection with someone else, their energy might still be around him. It might still be causing issues like that, block in the way of him moving into this fully with you. So there's energetic cords to cut there as well. So she's saying to him, you have the power. You're strong enough to heal from this and move away from things that are bringing you down, that you don't need, you know, in your life. And there are actually, for some Divine Masculines, there is someone else that is really trying to get their claws into him and has a very negative thing with him. So it could be a karmic intimate relationship, could be family members, whatever it is. There's someone who might be trying to influence him or keep them to themselves. There's that kind of possessive energy going on around him as well. So it's quite crazy. So let's have a look. I have to charge up my phone in a minute. We'll get these twin soul healing oracle cards in a moment. Just going to go and charge up my phone. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to do the Twin Flame Soul Healing Oracle by Liz Harrison for the Divine Masculine. What do you need to know? What is your advice? Or whatever it might be saying here. What do you need to know for your healing Divine Masculine? Well, actually, I'm not going to say what do you need to know. I'm going to see. I'm going to tune into it further because I feel like he is learning. I feel like he is transcending from this heaviness. So we're going to see what is he actually going through with this. What's he learning? Okay. He knows there's a mission that you have together. Your mission is part of your soul purpose. You are learning everything you need. He knows that everything's happening for a reason. And he knows that it has to have came to this point for him to be able to be with the Divine Feminine for some reason. That's like his thinking. Like if he didn't go through all of this, he wouldn't be who he is now. To come into this and have him and be on this mission with her as well for their next journey, part of their journey. The Divine Feminine. Got unknown. Adventure awaits. Oh my God. Change can be scary, but it always leads to better things. Isn't that amazing? You've got like a house. And this house looks quite empty. It looks quite empty. It looks like an abandoned house almost. You know, if you like go into a house or a place that's abandoned and you want to explore it. But I feel like this could be symbolic to the fact that it goes back to that, the Fool card, wanting a new start with him, a new adventure, maybe moving into a new place together, exploring. Because look at her dream home here as well. Maybe she wants to move and find a house together. You know, that's a really fun thing to do too. Literally, go and find a place, okay? That you can live in with your partner. So that could be something in the future that she's getting excited about that, like the unknown awaits. It's going to be an adventure when they come back together. Maybe they literally want to travel together as well. I've got the travel card here too. Jumping into the new. It's that leap of faith. And that's exactly like reminds me of the Fool card too, where there is an adventure and you don't know what the hell's coming up, but you're just so excited for it. And I think that's the energy she's coming through with. So if I've got any other cards that I need to do, right here. I'm going to get some attributes, I think. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. But I don't know if I actually did do this. I'm going to get the cards. Did I do these? I can't remember now. I don't think I did. So these are my divine love messages from your twin flame soulmate. So what does he want to say to the divine feminine? What does the divine masculine want to say? Through my lessons, I've become stronger and wiser. And that's what he's doing. He's realizing things. He's learning. He really is becoming emotionally wise as well. And let go of resentment. He's asking you to let go of resentment, divine feminine. Let go, surrender, and trust that he will come back. And the divine feminine says, you are always in my thoughts. It's not the right time. So maybe she still realizes that, you know, if they were to come back right now would be difficult at the moment to just drop everything and turn. Like, he has to, at the moment, I feel like he's also tying up loose ends in his life and really saying goodbye to some things. And she's also learning, you know, she's still learning. So I feel sad. Maybe also because she doesn't realize that he's on his way. She may not know this. You know, he might not be revealing that to her. For a lot of the divine feminines, I don't think he is. And she's saying, please forgive. It's not your fault. Fear held me back. When you hear our song, know that I am with you. So there's something she feels bad for as well. Maybe she shut him out, went MIA as well. Maybe she was the one with that Seven of Swords who just kind of, yeah, went MIA, maybe ghosted him as well, like in some way. Out of pain. Let's have a look here, okay? And sometimes a lot of time goes on, you know, people live their lives, and it could be a thing like that as well, where there has been some time apart, maybe you've been in other connections, and it's kind of like you don't know what to do with that, you know. So let's have a look here. Attributes for this connection. Quite a few. So we've got African American, youth or children. So you might have children, or you might want to have children together, or you might have children together. Could be also that someone is like younger than you, might be more like kind of like youthful, playful energy. We've got a day worker, someone who works in the day, someone who might be into yoga, casual. So it could have been a casual connection between the two of you. Could wear casual clothing, you know. Got Asia. And we've got, look at that, traveler. So your person or you might be a traveler. They might be traveling around or want to, yeah, look at the playful energies coming through. They want to like enjoy the world with you, I feel. They're quiet as well. We've got Germany. We've got solar plexus. So the solar plexus is all about that go-get-em energy. It's the drive. It's the drive to succeed. It's the motivation. It's our personal power center, our self-esteem, that kind of thing. Czech Republic. We've got a builder, okay? Someone could be a builder or building their life up. We've got unhappy. Yeah, someone's unhappy at the moment, and also wealthy, so might be building their wealth. We've also got calm and Europe. Unconventional connection, perhaps. No contact for some of you, and a secret lover. For some of you, you're secretly loving each other from afar. And average could be average height, average personality, could be an average weight. Popular, look at that, popular person. So they might be out and about on social media or just in their like city community. We've got city here. Popular among their crowd. We've got tea drinker. Past life connection here, very strong. And Romania, we've got ACT. So the ACT could be in Australia, but it could also mean that they act, that they are an actor. They might be into acting. Got IT computer as well. So we've got marijuana. Someone could smoke pot. Agile, okay, and also traditional. We've got someone who is average height, perhaps, is what that's saying there. We've got also, what's this word? California. And we've got Japan and Australia. We've also got someone who's looking at your photos right now. Photos, it might be a photographer, but they're looking at your photos. And you could be doing the same, especially if you're a divine feminine. You're really, in that zone. New Zealand. And we've got hard-working person, someone who might be a mentor, and a fireplace is important here. So it could be that you want to sit by a fireplace with them. You know, it could be for some of you who are in colder places, you want to do that. Night worker. So someone's a day worker, someone else might be a night worker. And then we've got poor. So someone is definitely working on their wealth. We've got country drives. Someone might live in the country or really love traveling in the country. Having country drives. Someone is sad. So you've got sad and unhappy coming up twice. We've got the NT here, so it could be Northern Territory. There might be NT somewhere else. I can't remember now. We've also got depression. So there could be some depression that's transforming because we've got transformation written here. And we've got Jamaica, Portugal, and Italy. Interesting because we had Europe come up too. And we've got an introvert, definitely quiet, more traditional, reserved person perhaps. Let's get some initials. Wow. So we've got an E and a G and L, N, X, Y, V, P, S, F, J, K, I, M, U and a H. Now, if your person's initials have not come up, it doesn't mean that this is not your reading. It could be initials of a house, like what am I saying, of a city or street name. You know, it could be the first letter of that, or a country. It could be something like that as well. Some of you have been pen pals, so I know it's very traditional way of saying it, like old-fashioned, old term. Pen pals is kind of like, you know, writing letters back and forth. Maybe it's emails, online, that kind of thing. Maybe you've not met in person for some of you. Okay. Oh my God, I'm not even going to go there. There's like a really rude word here. But this is not an 18+ reading, but PEN, you can imagine what the rest is. I can see it here. So there could be something about that that's really interesting. So we got also sex. So sex, sexy, sex, that kind of thing is very important. We've got the word sexy. So they find you very sexy. There's a very strong chemistry here between the two of you. And I think that even if you've been apart for a long time, even physically, like at times you will feel it so strongly that they're even like just with you right then and there. It's quite a strong thing, especially with twin flames. Like you do feel it when they're not even with you, you know. We got yen. Is it yen? Do I have an N? Oh, yes, I do have an N. Yen is it's Japanese currency, isn't it? Yen, I think. So it did say Japan too before, so it's interesting. Okay, what have I got here? What vowels have I got again? I've got an E and an I and a U. Okay. Well, I got this weird. Okay, so I got the word fluke. So they might have felt in some ways that it was a fluke. In meeting you. Maybe it was, like it said, unconventional, so maybe you might have met in some really weird way, like what do they call it, a serendipitous event or something, like it was just something that it wasn't a normal kind of meeting, like you wouldn't, like how the hell did we meet this way kind of thing for some of you. We got fuel too, like you fuel their fire, you really do. Some of you can sometimes fuel each other's irritation as well. That's something. We got J. Where am I? Miles. You might be miles away from each other. I've also got the word smile. They love your smile. I feel like they're looking at your photos, and you might be doing the same with them as well. Like when you look at their photos, you look at their smile. Like it's something so special about that. And obviously when you imagine them smiling at you, like you're looking at each other smiling, maybe sharing a joke or just a shy smile, whatever it might be, or a cheeky smile. Like it's really important for some reason for some of you to have that memory and that connection. There might have been an inside joke, you know, something like that as well. Yeah, so we've got files. Someone might work in an office. It's kind of like they keep a file of you in their head as well. We got Kyle. Yeah, I got the word Kyle, Kyle. But I've also got Kylie. Oh, look at that, Kylie. Kyle and Kylie here. And someone might be a DJ into mixed music or something as well. That's mixed here. It says mixed. They have mixed emotions for you as well. They really miss you. They feel like it sucks. Got the word sucks. It sucks, you know, that we can't be together now. And so someone might call the other one hun or honey. That's there. And definitely got that mine, M-I-N-E, like you are mine vibe here. It's definitely with the divine feminine, like she's like, you are all mine, you are mine. And when I get you, I'm holding you close to me. And look at that shine, how beautiful. So the divine masculine definitely sees the divine feminine as shining so brightly, shining her light, even if she's hiding away. Like he might be spying on social media, things like that, but he feels her energy. He's remembering her energy. I mean, even if you guys are in some form of contact, you know, he's aware of it. Yeah, it's very strong there. We've got flicks, so it could be Netflix as well here. That's really important for some of you to sit down and watch TV together, movies, film. I've got the word film. So once again, some of you might have even made your own movies. You know, you might have had a lot of footage, like camera, photos, things together that you like documented. Could be sexy films together as well. Some of you have done. And the divine feminine or the divine masculine, one could be, or the other could be just thinking about that or rewatching things as well. And I've got this so funny MILF. I said it's not an 18 plus reading, guys. Come on, spirit, what are you doing to me? So this is so funny. And flex, so someone is working on their muscles. That's such a masculine thing, flex. Flexing their muscles. Is flex the name of a company? I can't remember. SH, trying to work out what other things are coming through here because there's a lot to do and I am fairly tired today. We've got the word live. Might like live music with you, like seeing live music. But also the band live could be something, could be a connection. We've got the word jive, so maybe likes to dance. Maybe that, when I think of jive, I think of the 50s music, you know, like it's kind of like in the 50s or maybe 60s. Lush, beautiful. Sees you as luscious, divine feminine. And plush. Yeah, wants to fix this. Somebody wants to fix this. I think it's the divine masculine in a lot of ways, wants to make sure that you know how he truly feels. 6 is another thing here. So 6 could be a significant number for some of you. Yeah. Some of you might have felt that there was a hex put on this connection, but know that you're connected always and protected. Yeah. Plex is another one, isn't it? I don't know what else to say here, really. Where are we? Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be it for that one. I'm going to get a special message from my Divine Colors and Numbers Oracle just for a beautiful advice card for you guys today. These are my newest deck that I've created. There it is. Wow, look at that. And so when you look at them, they've both got different colors and the same number, but it's reversed. So whatever comes up upright is your message. So stand your ground. Current circumstances involving another person are requiring you to stand your ground as what is unfolding right now goes against your true beliefs and values. This may create a tug-of-war scenario where you and the other person both believe you are in the right. It is not so much about being right than it is being true to yourself and your core values. Your strong conviction will protect you in this situation, and your refusal to be bullied, manipulated, or influenced into making a wrong decision will shine light on your integrity and self-respect. So there could be someone around you that's interfering in this connection. And I don't feel like this is against each other. I just don't feel that. I feel like this is more around external circumstances in the connection. So this could be more for the divine masculine, or even the divine feminine too, if she's standing her ground in terms of not allowing excuses, like if he's making excuses for someone else, that kind of thing. She's just going to stand her ground and stick to her true values. I think this is a very strong message for the divine masculine, to stand his ground and not be swayed or influenced by what other people are saying, because don't forget, in twin flame connections especially, there are outside forces that come in. And they can even be people we trust, who are our family or our friends, who might think they have our best interest at heart, but yet they might try and break up the connection. I know from my own experience with my twin that certain family members on his side are against, they don't like me, they are against me. And it's because of things he's told them in the past. But, you know, that's the kind of energy I'm talking about. They're karmics. So I'm not against them in any way. I understand the higher thing of it all, but it can be very hard if the divine masculine, in this case, is being swayed or influenced by people who are close to him, who he looks up to. Could be a karmic partner for some of them as well, who are talking negatively about the connection, or trying to influence him to not go back or connect or reconnect. Whoever it might be, okay, whoever it is that's in his ear right now, we do see that very strongly there, that there is somebody or other people getting in the way of the connection, influencing him. But it looks like he's coming to a point where he's starting to realize and transcend that negative, heavier, 3D kind of energy that's quite, in some ways, can be very toxic. It doesn't always appear that way. But manipulations and people trying to hold you back because they're afraid of you, leaving their lives and things like that, that's what will happen with the divine masculine as he grows in himself and emotionally masters, what am I saying? I can't talk. Emotionally becomes more wise and has that mastery. They're not going to like it. They'll put their claws in him even more so. And they'll tell him all the reasons why he shouldn't go back, or why he shouldn't be with the divine feminine. But, at the end of the day, I feel like he's going to stand his ground. I feel like he will choose his own heart and what he knows is best, rather than what people think are best for him, or what they're trying, whatever hidden agendas they might have. I hope that's made sense, because I'm really tired today. But it is true that sometimes people can bully and manipulate us even in a very passive way, even in ways that they may not be aware of, especially if it's people who are family or friends who think they know the best thing for us, and they try to look out for us and are telling us how to be, or who to choose, or what, or you shouldn't go back to that because of this and that. But I feel like he's going to listen to his heart. He knows the divine feminine at his core, at her core, okay? In his core, in his heart, he knows who she is in her heart. So no matter what issues has happened between you, he knows who you are to him, and he knows that you are not the issues, and neither is he. So that's what he's coming into, is that knowledge. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous, because you both know you're home to each other. That's what it is. And you've been guarded against each other, when really you need to be guarded against external forces that may be trying to disrupt the connection. And I know that they're lessons. I know that they're meant to happen because they're lessons, but sometimes if we give too much of our power away to those darker forces, sounds weird saying that around family and friends and karmics, but yes, they can actually have that around them, because twin flames are here for a mission. And, all sorts of energies will come through in different ways to separate the connection. And it will come through with paranoia within each person of the other person. Not trusting their, not trusting their agenda or motive. So the divine masculine coming back will be coming back with sincerity, and the divine feminine might question that and think, I don't know if this is all too good to be true, or it's all strange. She's telling me this. I don't know if you're going to just take off again. So there's trust issues, and there's this cautious, guarded energy. But I do feel like when I saw this with the divine feminine, she's waiting for an adventure. She's waiting for a fresh start with the divine masculine. So there is some sadness here, and there's obviously some kind of communication or conversation that has to be said between the two of them, where they're on the same page, where they do trust, because trust might have to be rebuilt for some of them, especially if he just took off and closed it off. And, you know, in some ways, some of them can turn against each other, even if they don't say anything. So there's something that has to be said. She had an unspoken card, regrets, you know, lost words, regrets, things like that. I feel the Divine Feminine really wants to express her feelings and how it hurt her, because some of them never been able to express that to the Divine Masculine. And I feel like she's going to have a chance to sit down and, not in an attacking way, but in a surrendering kind of way with that Six of Swords, say, I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to fight against this anymore. Like, I don't want to fight other people around this either. I just want us to be together. I just want to have a fresh start, and let's trust each other and enjoy the rest of our lives together and this new journey that we're moving to, you know, towards, because there's so much beautiful stuff to explore here. And he's not necessarily looking at the Divine Feminine in a bad light. We saw that he was looking at her as she's like, he's so fortunate to have her in his life. He loves her light. But there is a force around him that is or has made him question things. And I think he's really starting to wake up to what that is now. I think he's realizing that things have not been correct in how he's been taught to view things, maybe in relationships, in love, that kind of thing, just in general even. But there's a karmic connection here too for him, like a karmic cycle that he had to tie up loose ends with. Okay, there's something he's got to let go of, even energetically, from his energy from past relationships that he's been carrying. Any fears of relationships or any preconceived ideas about commitment or what this Divine Feminine's going to do. You know, he might think she's the same on a subconscious level as others who've hurt him, and he might have kept her at arm's length also. The Divine Feminine is pained at that, but at the same time wants to show him she's there. She's there for him, saying, I'm here. I'm not like that. I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to live a normal life with you and love each other and grow together and maybe have a family and a home together or travel together. I want to do that. I'm not interested in all the other shit. I'm not interested in all the other dramas and nonsense that come into it that, you know, and I'm not saying that she's perfect. Like, she also has her own stuff that's influenced her as well, and she's had her guard up with things too. But in this particular reading, I do feel he has been, there goes my flash, he has been manipulated perhaps, or influenced in some way to move away from this connection and deal with things and trying to balance out what he's feeling, what he's thinking, and what's real and what's not, because there has been someone for a lot of them in their head about this connection, and he's starting to weigh it up in his own mind and his own feelings, and it looks like he's going to come through with a message and want to converse and get things out on the table and heal things. And I think that's really beautiful, because what did he say? I can't remember what he said before, but he said he's become stronger and wiser through his lessons, and she's saying please forgive. So there might have been something also that the Divine Feminine had reacted in a way that really pushed him away as well and made her more withdrawn as well. So there's a lot of healing to be done here, but there's a hell of a lot of love between the two of them and a lot of flaming passion and desire. And as we know, all those other things are catalysts for our healing. On the way, we become stronger and wiser and more in love than ever with our twin, because they are our greatest teacher. No matter what they put us through, they are seriously our greatest teacher. My twin flame, I have seriously challenged this in my mind for I don't know how long. I keep thinking, no, he's a karmic, that's for sure. I can't deal with this. It's got to be a karmic for sure. But no, my soul and my core knows he's my twin. Sometimes I don't want them to be my twin. Sometimes we don't want them to be our twin. It's like, no, I don't want this. How could they do this, you know? But when you start to look at it from another angle, the spiritual angle, and you say, well, hang on a minute. This person, out of everyone I've ever been with, even my own parents have taught us, you know, they teach us things. We've gone through certain traumas in relationships, etc. Our twin, okay, is our greatest teacher. So they are the catalyst for our greatest change, our greatest awakening. And mine certainly did that. I tell you now, it's taken a lot for me to look within and heal things that he's triggered within me. I don't know if we'll ever reconnect in this lifetime. I'm not hanging on to it, but I just think you just got to think of it this way, that your twin is your greatest teacher. You share, it's not even meant to be such a romantic relationship. And it's interesting because Twin Sanity was saying this about people romanticize it a lot, and that's true. But there is that burning passion and romance aspect to it. But I think a lot of people do miss the whole idea of they are our greatest teachers. We're here for a mission on earth together to heal the world, you know. So I just think we need to keep looking within our heart at that. We love our twin. They're part of us. They are us. You know, we are the other half of them. They're undergoing their lessons. We're undergoing ours. We fail in life. We fall. We pick ourselves up and grow and learn and forgive and heal and trust and have compassion and empathy and kindness. And that's, you know, for ourselves, we need to learn that. But we also need to learn that towards our twin as well, who might have even also caused so many things that made us fall. But, you know, they are our greatest teacher. At the end of the day, they really do love us. Everything in the human condition is suffering, as Buddha says. Look at your twin as suffering. They're on their path. They don't know what they're doing. As what God said. It wasn't what God said. They know not what they know or something. They know not what they do. So just look at them as people who are learning, and who might come across as, you know, struggling and in some ways meaning to hurt us. But I just really don't feel that. I think that there's a lot of ignorance. And I'm not saying it so much in this particular reading because I don't feel like you're both trying to go out of your way to hurt each other. But I think that when people do hurt us, our twin, when they hurt us, it's because they are wounded. Hurt people. And as I've said, healed people can heal people. So if you're focusing on your own healing, you know, and you're good in that, you can send healing out to your divine counterpart. And I used to do that a lot. I used to send the white light of protection around mine, and I found that his energy changed, and I probably need to still keep doing that even though we're not talking. But yeah, I feel like it does change and it brings in healing, and for a lot of you it can bring in that reconciliation. Hope I haven't been babbling on too much, guys, but I know you love this Tuesday Twin Flame Tarot thing that I do, and I hope you've gotten something out of the reading today. And don't forget to subscribe, be a part of the divine family, guys. I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.